What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! Back again today for another game review. Today I'm very excited to check out the King of Tokyo Halloween expansion from Yellow Games. This is for 2 to 6 players, ages 8 plus, so it'll take about 30 minutes to play. And this is the second expansion to the immensely popular King of Tokyo, where you smash Tokyo City and crush your opponents while gaining awesome special ability cards. This game is going to introduce more characters, more dice, more power-up cards, and elusive costume cards. But are they necessary? Are they good? Let's open it up. Check it out. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're getting inside of the King of Tokyo Halloween expansion. First and foremost, we have a handy dandy rule booklet. It is 2 pages, double-sided, full color. Very well done. I'll have you up and running in no time at all. And I can probably teach you how to do everything real quick because it's very, very simple. We'll go over the 3 different modules that you're going to get in the game. First and foremost, and least important probably, are going to be these 6 dice right here. They're nice, they're orange, they're chunky, they're your standard King of Tokyo dice. They're just extra dice they decided to include. I personally like to use them for the extra head cards in the base game. So next, you're going to get to the costume cards. Now, these are the star of the show. These are the ones that you'll probably be playing with the most. Now, the costume cards are just like regular King of Tokyo cards. You're going to shuffle these in randomly with the rest of your cards, except these are going to be something that you wear, which means they will have the ability to be stolen by other people. So let's just say you bought this robot for four coins. What's going to happen is it's going to give you that special ability down there. So the robot, you can choose to lose money instead of hearts. That's a really good special ability. But the thing is, if someone rolls 3 claws on their turns, not 3 hearts, like these cards down here, which we'll get to in a second, but 3 claws, then in addition to that 3 damage, they can also purchase this card from you. They just have to pay the 4 coins, and then the costume would transfer over to them. And they don't have to be attacking you. They can be attacking anyone, and they can buy more than one of these on a turn if they have the money, which they probably won't, but they might. So then this would go to them. So it might potentially get passed around the board. So let's take a look at some of the costumes and the various different special abilities, because that's what you want to know. So we went over that one. Next we have the cheerleader. You can choose to cheer for another monster when he attacks. If you do, he deals 1 extra damage. Kind of a jerk one. Gain 1 point at the start of your turn. If you deal any damage, deal 1 extra damage. The witch, if anyone ends their roll with a claw that is going to attack you, then you may re-roll any one of their dice. The zombie is actually my favorite one in here. You don't get eliminated if your health reaches 0. But if someone steals this card from you, you die. That one has actually won me a game. It's a lot of fun. The clown, if you get 1 of each one, you can choose the face for every die. Astronaut, you win with 17, and there's a couple more in here. They have very interesting abilities. So you just put those in there, shuffle them up, and they're just like regular cards that you can explain when they come up. So that is going to be the costume deck. Next, you're going to get 2 new characters. You're going to get Boogie Woogie, and you're going to get Pumpkin Jack. They're just regular characters. You can use them without their special ability cards. But they also have the evolution cards, which were introduced in the first expansion to the game. Their evolution cards are pretty standard. They do a lot of the standard things. However, they also have what's called gift evolutions. Same way that some of these cards are going to be passed around the tables, some of these are going to be passed around the table. And how this works is, once you do this, you're going to be able to attack someone. And when you attack someone, you give them this gift. And the gift, this one in particular, the monster who has this evolution rolls 1 less die. However, when they attack someone else, they're going to then gift it to someone else, and so on and so forth. However, Boogie Woogie, even if someone hands this back to him, he's immune to this effect. And there's a couple gift evolutions that are going to be included in here. And Pumpkin Jack, I also believe he has a gift evolution. Yes. Whenever the monster who owns this evolution deals damage, he deals 1 damage to the monster who has this evolution. So that one is kind of a jerk one as well. But we can go through a couple of these too if you want to see how they do it. So Pumpkin Jack, Feast of Crows. Discard this evolution to oblige each monster to give you 1 health, 1 star, or 1 cube. I've never actually seen that one come into play, but that's a really cool one. Scythe. Put in a money counter from the bank on this card and add 1 each time you eliminate a monster. Deal 1 extra damage for each counter on this card. That's a pretty good one. Smashing Pumpkin. Discard this evolution to deal 2 damage to all other monsters with 12 stars or more. Ooh, that one's a jerk one. This one is the gift one. The monster who has this evolution gets one less roll. That one is a pretty bad one as well. We'll take a look at a couple of Boogie Woogies. We already went over the gift one. He's got another gift one. The monster who has this evolution at the start of his turn must give the monster who owns this evolution $1 or take 1 damage. I like that one. Boo! Discard this evolution on anyone's turn to force a monster to surrender Tokyo and damage. You can pay $1 to buy this evolution back from the discard pile when you buy cards. When you roll any 4 of a kind, either gain $1 or heal 1 damage. We'll look at one more. Discard this evolution to deal 2 damage to all other monsters. That one's boring. We'll look at one more. Discard this evolution when you buy a keep card in order to heal 2 damage and gain $2. Wow, that's a really good one. So as you can see, they have various different interesting special abilities. So you're going to get 2 more characters that you can add to the game. And that is all that you are going to get inside the King of Tokyo Halloween expansion. Alrighty then. King of Tokyo, the Halloween expansion from Yellow Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros. Let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, not going to be for everybody. If you didn't like the original King of Tokyo, this is not going to be something that's going to change your mind. Most definitely it will not. While I do like most of the things in here, this is not going to be that thing that's like, oh, you know what, I kind of like this game now. Just not going to happen. Also, I feel like between the 2 expansions, this is weaker than the first one. I like the first expansion, which I reviewed before, a lot better than this one. And if you had to pick one, absolutely go with the first expansion. Not to say this one is bad per se, but the first one is leaps and bounds, in my opinion, better than this one. Also, some of the passing, the gift evolution cards that they included in the game just add a little bit more complexity to this game. And that's one thing I really enjoy about this game, is that it is a very, very simple game. And the gift evolution is just this little bit of complexity to the game. We have to be like, oh, let me look at the rules real quick to make sure. How does that work? You just pass it when you do that. And I don't want that in King of Tokyo because the game is so beautiful and simple and pure. And, well, it's a minor nitpick. Last but not least, the dice are a very nice addition, but I'm sure if they wouldn't have included those, they could have knocked a couple bucks off the price, so it seems just a smidge bit unnecessary just to have decorative dice. That's all I got. Move on to the pros. King of Tokyo, the Halloween expansion, is great. I mean, if you enjoy King of Tokyo, it's a no-brainer. Go get this. It's fun. I really like the costumes. I like the addition that they add to the game. I like the fact that when someone attacks you, like, they have that decision, and they, like, if they do the damage, they're like, should I take that? Should I not take that? Some of them seem a lot better than other ones, which is the case with a lot of the, well, with all the cards in the game, I should say. So the costume expansion, I really, really enjoy that module. Always put them in there, always mix them in, and when they come up, that's the great thing. They add complexity, but at the same time, when they come up, since everyone sees them at the same time, it's like, oh, this does this, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do that. And it's like, okay, cool, let's go. Now, the evolution cards, I enjoy the evolution cards. And for people who are experienced in the game, I really do like them. I think they're good. I really enjoy them. But the new gift evolution cards, if someone is playing a new player to the game, I'll be like, hey, steer clear of these two, because the gift evolutions can get a smidge more complex than it needs to be. But that being said, it is a nitpick. If you don't play King of Tokyo with new people, completely ignore that last point, because to be honest with you, it's not that complex just for how complex this game is. It's just a smidge bit complex. I like the new characters. I like the Halloween theme. I think they're really cool. I want a Christmas theme. I'm waiting, Yellow. That's my favorite time of the year. I want like a giant Christmas Kringle polar bear riding a unicorn of sleighs, and that's a lot of words jumbled up. Let's keep going. Just keep going. Save the take. Save the take. Anywho, I like the fact they included more characters. I like the new characters. I like the evolution cards. I like the new dice, even though they do seem slightly unnecessary. I like the costume cards. So overall, the King of Tokyo Halloween expansion is good. If you like King of Tokyo and you're thinking about getting it, pull the trigger. You probably won't regret it. But if you don't have an expansion, go get the first expansion instead. So that is King of Tokyo Halloween from Yellow. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. And also in the comments below, let me know which King of Tokyo monster do you always go for every single time. And I'm not talking about with special abilities. Don't give me with special abilities. With just the base vanilla game, which one do you like the best? Me personally, I like Pumpkin Jack or I like Panda Kai. They're my two favorites. I used to have a Snow Penguin, but I unfortunately got rid of it. But he was my favorite before I got rid of it. But let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite King of Tokyo character? And, as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.